I think it's a skill to have people skills that allow the person that you're meeting with to feel comfortable that you're listening to them, that you care about them, because I do. That's not just, something I say, I do. And at the same time, guide them to where a productive outcome is going to be.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
And it could be another agent. It could be your staff. It could be a client. It could be your broker. I mean, it could be anybody. And
a lot of people get into real estate and they think of it as a sales career, and having, probably 1,000 agents throughout the years, I bumped into a lot of people who have this aversion to be considered a salesperson.
Yeah.
And I think what you just said was interesting because, you said I guided people places. To me, that's always been what the job is. Hell, you should know more than they know. Mm-hmm. And you should help guide them to the right decisions.
Totally
agree. You're their resource. So
totally agree.
Yeah.
And the problem, Roger, in our industry, you talk about the internet, is in many cases we don't know more than they do. Like I meet agents all the time. They don't study their marketplace. They don't study the new listings and what's selling and what isn't selling. I mean, I've said this from stage. I can't even think of how many times. You have to know your craft better than the person in front of you. If you sit down at a listing appointment at 3:00 on a Wednesday afternoon and the seller to be is telling you about homes that you don't know about, you're in trouble.
You're in trouble.
How are you going to get the price, or for that matter, even a contract signed?
And that's coupled with, these regional MLSs now has gotten people straying much further from home to do transactions. And when they do that, they know much less about it. To your point, when you started in Saugus, when you were able to focus in a local area, you got to know the area real well, real fast. And that gave you a little confidence, I'm assuming.
Total confidence. Yeah. And knowledge is confidence. I mean, that's not unique to real estate. That's true of every business. And, I can say in my heart of hearts, I don't think anybody knows as much about the Santa Clarita Valley as I do. Right. I don't think they know the builder developers. I don't think they know the floor plans. I don't think they know the agents. And what you just touched on is an interesting thing because the market's tight and we have more people coming into our valley because it's a good place to sell homes than ever before. And we as a local, the agents are a tight-knit group out there. We really are. And every Tuesday my network group will meet. We're all competitors. And yet we share information at a very high level. And one of the things we've been talking about for the last years, we've never seen, so we'll put a new listing, we'll get 20 showings in a weekend. 15 of them will be from agents we've never heard of. And those agents don't have a clue about what they're showing and selling. Right. And, never mind that that's to their client, their buyer's detriment, to be sure.
Right.
But if that's a new trend, then we just have to, go with the flow.
You got to deal with it.
Yeah.
Well, and that's true. And I say to people what's happened is that if you sit back and you go, how am I going to have value to you as a client? At one point in time, before your last hiree came into the business, clients would come to you for that information.
Yes.
What's the market? What's sold? And to your point, today they have that. So you take all these things that they perceive as valuable about you, and you take that away. Now something's got to rise. Something's got to get better.